plan, and we plan for a lot of things in our life. But there's one thing that you can never plan for. It's your perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, and there is no other guest. My name is Antonio. I looked at the world very differently when I was a little bit younger. I still remember a high school kid telling to my mother, "Mother, I love traveling and I want to become a tour guide." My mom said, "No, you're going to become a lawyer." And I said, "You do not want a lawyer like me." Have you ever seen a lawyer that doesn't want to hurt anybody? Is he guilty? Yeah, I think. What do you want to find him? Can we help him this time? Will we give him a second chance? That's the type of lawyer that I would be. So despite my mom, whatever she said, I still enrolled for the best university of tourism. And I took the test. You see, among 40 people, among 200 people in that university, I was the first from the bottom. So I tell myself, okay, maybe I'm not really a good student, but it's okay. I still get to do whatever that I feel excited about. It's that traveling, and I loved it. So I think to myself, this semester is gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. Do you know why? Because I got to travel and I got to study at the same time. I never been so stupid in my life. The moment I got into the university, textbook after textbook after textbook. I learned about how to give a tour from a textbook. I learned about how to travel by bus through a textbook. And everything I learned about living a tour guide life is through a textbook, and I'm sick of it. Get to one point that I have to ask a senior. He had been studying there for 4 years, and I asked him, "Have you ever traveled?" He said, "Probably no." I don't want to be a tour guide like him. I lose my interest of studying. My least motivation is to go to school. I was desperate. But you know what? When you are desperate, you are open for help. So I coming back home. A week later, it was very lucky that my mom bring back a friend. And she's from Sweden. She had this very kind and gentle look on her face. And she lived out the most warm-hearted laugh when she heard my story. She said, "Antonio, it's okay. If you like to travel, if you like to study, why don't you try going abroad?" Before that, I hate going abroad. Do you know why? Whenever my mother tried to tell me you should go abroad, she said this: "All other kids going abroad, why don't you go abroad?" I do not want to be like other kids. But that moment, when I sit with her, my whole perspective changed. I don't afraid of going abroad anymore. And I took the chance. Do you know, I got rushed in 3 months from 5.5 IELTS to 7.0, and I was very proud of myself. But that's not all. I took the exam, and 40 people in Vietnam compete for that exam. I was the first again, still from the bottom. I tried and I tried. I feel a little bit bad, but I said to myself, "Hey, it's okay." The reason why is because I got a chance to finally travel and study. And this time it's real. In 4 years, I went to 13 different countries. You name it, I've been it. France, I love it because it's full of black people. Portugal, I love it because it's just like Vietnam. Germany, do you know what I love most about Germany? They have really good Vietnamese food. Throughout all my traveling, I start to piecing out the piece and look at the world a little bit differently. Up until one point, I really loved the life abroad. That somebody, if they tell me that you should go back to Vietnam, I would say to them, "Are you stupid?" One of my friends, on his 3rd year, come to me and said, "Antonio, I'm going home." Why? reason why I stayed. Up until one day. I still remember it was a morning in Finland. My phone rang and I could hear on the other side of the line, it was a very familiar voice. It was my dad. But normally my dad would speak in a very confident and warm voice. This time he would speak in a shaky one. I asked, Dad, what happened? And he said to me, Việt Anh, your grandmother just passed away. Can you come home? I can't, Dad. My exam is tomorrow. If I leave now, I have to do everything again. At that time, my whole perspective once again changed. I thought that I wanted to stay, but I finally realized there's something more important than just traveling and having fun. I start thinking about what if this is not my grandma? What if this is my actual parents? How would I deal with it? That thought scared the heck out of me. Everything I looked at it and I thought once true was not. 2018, I come back to Vietnam. I come to Da Nang. Never once that I have regret my decisions. Never once that I look at me myself and I said, you are a loser because you're coming back. You are stupid because you are coming back. Because my perspective has changed. Can you plan for that? Like Kate said, life is not about goal, it's about journey. And somewhere along that line, your perspective will change and everything you do will change too. But it doesn't mean you're gonna come to waste. If you are at that point, I urge you, go for it. I think you're
We have how many son?
Nói xong viên tóc nhà